FitWorkz hybrid training gym in DeKalb, Illinois. As you can see, there are a ton of books on my desk. My mistake is your gain in more ways than one. So one of the fastest ways to reach your goals is take a look at what other people have done that have been successful at what you want to accomplish and copy what they did or model their behavior. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to learn from my mistakes. Last night I got asked here at FitWorkz by one of our members, one of our clients, about ketogenic diets. What do I know about ketogenic diets? One, ketogenic is a 4-syllable word, and many of the knucklehead dingleberry trainers out there grossly misunderstand what ketogenic diets are. For the knuckleheads out there, ketogenic diets are not fish and broccoli. They're not high protein diets. They are high fat, low protein, low carbohydrate diets. In fact, if you eat too much protein through gluconeogenesis, the body will convert the protein into glucose and you're never going to get into ketosis, and therefore it's not a ketogenic diet, but I will spare you the details. Basically, on a ketogenic diet, you eat lots of fat, some protein, little to no carbs, and you're supposed to get into a state of ketosis. Well, there's a few things that happen. One, you'll release ketones through your bodily fluids, your breath. Your breath will taste funny. Your mouth will taste like you have a mouthful of dirty pennies. And then if you really want to get into the ketogenic diet, you'll actually pee on test strips, or you'll urinate on these check sticks. And the ones that I'd use are supposed to turn purple. And if they're purple, you get a gold star because you are actually in ketosis. Congratulations. Well, back when I did it, nobody told me that you could be in ketosis and be remetabolizing these things called ketones, and the sticks will never change color. I will also tell you from experience, I relayed this story last night. I'm doing this cyclic ketogenic diet. I'm supposed to do this depletion workout on Fridays, go pig out on carbs at a buffet on Friday nights, which you bet your backside I did. So I'm in the gym. I'm squatting in the corner of a squat rack, 185 pounds, staples me to the floor. This old dude with like a ponytail, scraggly beard, and string bean tank top comes over. He's, "Oh, don't worry about it, son. Keep working at it. You'll get it. Let me help you up." You know, he's peeling the barbell and the weights off me, help me get back on my feet. Now at that time, I had a mid 400-pound squat for a single rep. 185 just crushed me, because when you're on a ketogenic diet, you're not replacing muscle glycogen at a rate that's going to allow you to weight train. At least weight train with any intensity, or with any enjoyment, or with anything. Like, nothing good comes out of being on a ketogenic diet. So the take-home point, your opportunity to gain, model my behavior, you don't need a ketogenic diet to lose weight. You don't need to completely eliminate carbs, most proteins, and eat a lot of fat to lose weight. In fact, if we apply the long-term success test, most people can't stick with a ketogenic diet. Now, I'm not going to say all people. There's a great researcher down in Florida that's exploring the use of ketogenic diets for a number of things, including the treatment of cancer. So not all people. If you're sick or you're the guy doing the research, you're going to be jacked up, fired up, and you're going to stick with a diet. But for most of us, you know, a canned salmon and mayo is going to get old. Eating sardines for breakfast is going to get old. You're going to want to eat something other than high-fat foods. So long-term ketogenic diets won't work. They're not necessary. The keto sticks may never change color. You're not going to have good workouts. So I wouldn't do the ketogenic diets. Another question we got. We have a member client who does our group training. Ruptured bicep tendon. Had to have surgery. Now, I'm not practicing medicine. I'm not recommending anything. I'm not telling you not to follow your doctor's advice. And I'm not prescribing anything either. So he goes in, has the surgery, comes out. Doc, is there anything I can do with my food and maybe supplements to accelerate my recovery? No, there's nothing out there that works. I disagree, and I can give you examples, and I can tell you one example of an individual in his 60s, had the same surgery as a Major League Baseball player on the same day. The ball player is roughly half his age, took over 30 days to recover. Our middle-aged gent recovered in just over 10 days. Now, it was an MCL tear. It wasn't something like a ruptured bicep tendon. But the difference was, now this individual is older, the difference was the supplements, things that help. Branched chain amino acids, glutamine, I'm a big believer if it's connective tissue related, I believe it or not, like sugar-free, instant Jell-O, buy it in the box for around 50 cents, throw it in your protein shake, throw it in water, mix it up, drink it. It's basically ground collagen. I also like a product called Joint Care by Beverly International because it has hyaluronic acid, also going to facilitate recovery. Again, none of this stuff is drug-like, but it does make a difference. We've seen it here in our club. We've seen it with our online clients, and that includes middle-aged folks, weekend warriors, and including the occasional collegiate and high school athletes. And I don't know how many physique competitors. The next thing, squeaky wheel gets the oil. I can't stress this enough. We do this all the time. We do a lot of programming for folks on the internet with Eat by Color. We do a lot of it for the members in our club. Most often, if somebody's coming into the gym a few days a week, if they want to get out of this world results and they're not, the missing link more often than not is nutrition. Okay, and I already said ketogenic diets just aren't going to work because you can't stick with them long term. You got to get the nutrition right. And if you're paying somebody for the nutrition, ask questions. The more questions you ask, the more you get for your money. Okay? So if you're going to go through the effort, spend the time and your hard-earned money on actually getting somebody to help you make better food choices, if you have questions, ask. I would rather be overwhelmed with questions from a client than have 14 or 30 days go by, have that client be confused, frustrated, lost, struggling to figure out Eat by Color or whatever. I'd rather have them tell me that then than have 30 days pass before I can help them. Because we just lost 30 days and we just added 30 days to the process for them to reach their goals. The next thing in terms of nutrition, if you bought Eat by Color, just having this does nothing for you. Okay, so if you have a nutrition program and you're not using it, it's not the nutrition program's fault. And this goes for the people counting macros. I mean, if you want to count stuff, great. If you're counting points, great. If you're counting calories, great. Personally, I've been doing this for almost 20 years now. I don't believe that counting leads to long-term success. I think it leads to obsession over numbers. I think there's a better way, which is why I wrote a book. It's called Eat by Color. But just because you have the book or you paid for a nutrition program, if you're not following it, it's not going to work. We see this a lot with one-on-one clients that we physically meet with. How's your eating going? Oh, it's going good. Where's your food recall? How come you don't have questions? Did you eat breakfast today? No, I didn't.